Hey, yeah, what's up? This Disciple Marcello Currents Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-America all day, anti-gangstalker all day, anti-psychic all day, anti-Illuminati all day, yeah. So this message right here is going to be about basically, a prophet, a major prophet is a military brand. A major prophet is a military brand. So a major prophet is someone that is able to prophesy or see prophecies according to the international uh, horizon, if you will. They're able to prophesy according to different countries and and their own nation. So that's what a major prophet is, and they're a military, and they are a military brand spiritually. Okay, I'm a military brand. That's why people don't understand why he doesn't need anybody, why I don't need a team, and this stuff is still happening because I'm a military brand. Why is all these people attacking me and I ain't dead? Because I'm a military brand. You explain it any other way? All these people, all these games these people playing. It's like I'm the real life Rambo. You remember Rambo? Rambo was one man. He got all these goofy cops. I'm talking about the first Rambo. The first Rambo movie that came out. All them goofy cops running around, driving around, looking stupid. And Rambo is one man kicking all of their butt, right? That it's the same situation. I'm a see in American terms, we use the term Rambo for the guy that goes around with guns and ready to shoot somebody at the drop of a hat, ready to fight somebody at the drop of a hat. But the real Rambo was the one that stood up against all these authorities. And that was his real energy. He stood up against all these authorities, one man. It wasn't so much how combative he was and how many guns he had. It was the Rambo's story is he stood up against all these people, one man, and won. He won against all these people. That's Rambo. Not this guy that wants to go shoot everybody. Y'all call that Rambo. Rambo was the man that stood against all the authorities, military, police, and everything. That's Rambo. Okay? I'm glad I said that because people have been saying that for years. Rambo is just is a symbol of a guy with a whole bunch of guns and shoot 'em up type of guy. Rambo was a guy that stood off with the authorities and won. That's the real story of Rambo. I'm the real Rambo. I stood off with all these. Listen, I stood off with all these authorities. I stood off with all these people. I stood off with all your community, and I won through Christ Jesus. I am officially a military brand on my own. I don't. That's why, you know, I tell you quick. I don't need anyone. I've survived in all these situations. I've survived on the streets. I've survived under bridges, fighting them under a bridge, fighting them more than one time. Not that it wasn't. Not if it wasn't already bad enough that I was homeless. I'm fighting them in spiritual wars while I'm homeless. So see, I'm a military brand. I don't need when it comes to this warfare. I really don't need many different extensions, if you will. And when it comes to physically speaking, our community, I don't really need a lot going on. You know, um, because a lot of people are in it for the hype. They're in it for like what the fame and all of that, and to play this game, and even to fight against who I'm fighting against. Fight against them on your own time. Don't come around here fighting against them. Go somewhere else because see, I feel that's why I'm gonna do a video about this. All the people that's here, are cursed. I don't care. Listen, I don't care what your explanation is. You know, you should. This ain't no game. This ain't no video game. If you're here thinking you're on my side, you're lying. You're lying. You're the enemy too. You're enjoying yourself way too much. You find this funny, like this is some standoff game, and you're going to start losing children and family more and more with time that goes by. This is what's going to happen because it's inevitable. You're using children. You're using community, and playtime is over. It's too much war going on for them all not to be affected, basically. Okay? And so, you know, you got people who think this is a game and, you know, their life isn't exciting on their own. They don't have an exciting life. So they find it exciting to play around your life, you know, and they want to find a way to use their superpowers or their witchcraft, and they want to choose you to play with. You know, I'm a prophet. I'm a military brand. See, a witch is not a military brand, okay? You're not an international military brand, and I am. That's the difference between me and a witch or a warlock. Okay, you use powers, right? I am a military brand. You understand the difference? Do you understand the difference? Or you're retarded? You understand the difference between witchcraft and military brands? Yeah, that's what you done did. You done played with a military brand. And me, I don't play any games. I'm already sophisticated to where I got you all differentiated. My warfare is organized. I got spiritual weapons used against all types of all the different entities and institutions that you got here in this country. That's how this is going to go. Okay? And unlike Rambo, I'm not, at the end of the movie, he surrendered himself to the authorities. See, the difference is I don't have to do that. I win the war. Okay? I stand off and I win. Okay? And so, you know, it's just white boys who think they're bad. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I'm not racist. You know, I got white affiliations. You know, you think you're bad, and we've already proven that you're not. So it's a lost cause because no one thinks you're bad now. You got COVID. Now you're living in a state of nostalgia in the 80s and 90s because you can't face the day that you live in now. Okay, that's the real reality. Keep it 100. That's the real reality. The real reality is you can't face the world that you now live in that you've caused. You've caused this world that you live in. Yeah, you don't play with no spiritual military brand. A prophet, I'm a prophet. That's a spiritual military brand. A major prophet is a spiritual military brand. Okay, which means your whole country suffers when you play with me. Do you understand that? That's from coast to coast. All right? You go play with somebody else, man. You play with me, listen, the whole country suffers. I'm a military brand. I've made it clear. Okay? I got nukes. I got everything. I got spiritual nukes. I got it all, man. You know, you don't play with a major prophet. You better tell those punks out there what they're playing with. You know, you're playing with a spiritual Rambo. I'll stand off with you and destroy you. And I've proven this. I've proven this time and time again. I told you, if you gang stalk me, I told you this. You think it's interesting until interesting runs out. Okay? That's what happens. It's very deceptive, right? Because the war that we're bringing, it's going to be very deceptive to you because you think it's interesting and it's a fireworks show until you catch on fire. Okay? Until you catch on fire and then there's no more you. Okay? And then that's the end of your story. It shows how much of a loser you are, but because you can't go in your own life and make your life exciting. You got to try to share the life of somebody else. You got to try to share their life with you. What you want, you trying to make them share their life with you, basically, because your life is a life of a bland, mundane person. Yeah, that shows how much of a loser you really are. You can't even live on your own and live an exciting life. That's how I feel. You're a loser on your own. Okay, but playing with us, playing with me, is death, man. I don't care what no preacher, Christian tell you. I'm a prophet. I stand on my own, man. You play with me is death, man. Okay, that's what you're going to get, and ain't nobody going to take me off of it, and ain't nobody going to shake me off of it. You keep playing with me every time I go out. If you gang stalk me, if you play with me like I'm someone to play with, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something real quick. You're going to keep getting death every single time from this point on. It's all the way up, bruh. It's all the way up, man. And listen, every time you gang stalk me, every time you do it, every time we're going to spank you. Every single time. I'm going to spank you every time you play with me, buddy. It ain't no more chances of back and forth like we divas. I'm not a diva. I am personally not a diva. I've been called a diva before, but I'm not a diva. I'm a boss. That's what it is. And when you play with me like you're standing off with me, then we're gonna give you all we got. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here playing with you and then so you can be here for entertainment, but don't hit us too hard. It's really a fixed show. It's really a show. Don't hit us too hard. I'm gonna hit you with all I got. I'm gonna hit you with all I got, man. I'm gonna hit you with all I got. I've already won. I mean, I've snatched your soul. I snatched the soul of your community. You got 43 states of child marriage. That's your soul snatch, man. Your soul is snatched, bro. You're not the country that you projected yourself to be over all these decades. Not now. Not to me. So I've won already. Check your soul. It ain't there no more. You got 43 states of child marriage. The America that you presented to us in war and outside of war does not exist. You are a child marrying country with 43 states of child marriage. That's the country you are. Okay? Okay? Your military has the age of consent of 16. That's 16-year-old girls. Military got the ages. They should be the beacon of truth they should be the beacon of the direction that we should go. Nevertheless, they got the age of consent of 16 years old. And you telling me that's what rivals me? They already defeated. They're pedophiles. They're perverts. What grown man wants a 16-year-old girl? I mean, really. What grown man will lay down with a 16-year-old girl? Okay? That's what you got going in the military, buddy. That's what I'm saying. So it's just the end of a time. It's the end of a time of innocence that we once had, where we thought that this country was like loving towards children and that they were doing all this stuff towards children. That's not true, man. It's not true. It's not true. What is true is you got child marriage in 43 states. That's true and real. Not my imagination and not conspiracy theory. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am a prophet. I'm a prophet, a major prophet. I am a military brand. And so you will realize that you will have to negotiate with me as you negotiate with the military. As I've won this war, now you realize, and you're going, just like you realize with the Vietnamese people, you're going to realize just like you realize with the Vietnamese people, that you're going to respect me as a military brand, and you're going to leave out of my life. That's what you're going to do. And if you don't, we'll continue to bring destruction. Okay? Through Christ Jesus, he's going to do it. Okay? You're in it for the show. You're in it for the games. And I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to smash and move on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's, It's the second Vietnam War. You didn't win that war. You didn't win this one. Okay, and if you listen, nothing you do can change it. You've already got 1 million deaths from COVID-19. Those are casualties, by the way. Yeah, those are casualties. You can listen to all these politicians. You can listen to all these other people that you want to. Those are casualties when you know you've been doing gang stalking way before COVID. Those are casualties. That's what it is. And something worse is coming than COVID-19 for you. Okay? Like I said, I'm a military brand. You know, that comes with nukes and everything included. Spiritual nukes and everything included. They ain't playing no games. Playtime is over. Tell all these little kids to go home and make a sandwich. Go home and make a sandwich, sucker. Because the playtime is over. Okay? It's real casualties out here. And you can tell how much they don't care about your country because they don't care nothing about the mess that they making. I'm the one pointing it out. If I was a complete monster, I wouldn't be pointing out the problems that they causing in your community from the gang stalking. You know, I just sit back and grin and let them do what they do and cause the liability that they cause on the country that I don't even like anyway. Okay? The gang stalkers is white entitlement and by the police. And, you know, the police are losing. They cause all this problem in your community and country. And look what you got now. Yeah, there's nobody stupid. Yeah, of course it's the police. How is the communication going on all around here then? No, ain't nobody stupid. They're losing. They're gonna die. Okay? They caused their whole country to perish. And no one cares. Okay? I don't care. They shouldn't have caused this problem. These police shouldn't have played with me. You play with me, you lose. Okay? Deal with it. That's what it is. I'm a prophetic military brand. You will respect me. You're nothing but a policeman. That's all you are. Don't you realize I'm way more sophisticated than you? All that little communication and all that little foolishness, psychic police and telepath police, you know, witches and warlocks police, that don't mean nothing. You know what means something? COVID-19. That's what it means something. That's for all you police that played with me. COVID on you. COVID-19 on your community. That's the blood on your hands. Yeah, that's blood that's on your hands. It's your fault. Yeah, I'm not stupid. They're insinuating that it's you. They're insinuating that it's the police, Freemason police. That's what they're insinuating. And it ain't gonna work. Everything that you're doing, I promise you, when we get done with your country, your police is gonna be down on their knees. And I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about, they are people, they're human beings. And if they make bad decisions, they will suffer. They make bad decisions, they will be crushed. Just like anybody else. You should listen, man, I don't fear you, man. You understand me? Okay? You done barked up the wrong tree, Hunter. You done barked up the wrong tree, Hunter. You got 1 million casualties now. Look around here. You got 1 million casualties, bro. Yeah, you played the wrong game, bro. You played the wrong game with the wrong man, and it ain't no mercy. I'm a prophetic military brand, okay? And your country, those who are the body of Christ here, you have no choice but to go the way that I'm going. You have no choice. The way I'm going is separate of America because they got 50 states of gay marriage, okay? That's the reason why you as a Christian cannot go with them any longer. You cannot be a part of them any longer. Okay? That time is over. If it ever existed, which I personally don't believe that we should have ever been involved in the voting process, honestly. Because as a Christian, I mean, it's tainted. All of that is tainted. All of the government that's here in America is tainted. It's not a righteous government. So I don't feel we should have ever been involved with the voting process. It was the Jehovah Witness was right. They were right. I don't believe in their religion, but they do not vote. We as Christians should have probably never been involved with the voting process. It's tainted. It's tainted with people that do not serve your God. They have never served your God. So why should you be empowering people just because you're here? You're here as a Christian. You're not here as just a U.S. citizen any longer. You're here as a Christian. That comes, your heavenly citizenship comes before your American citizenship as far as your decisions. So when should have you ever voted? When should you have ever voted? You tell me. When? When you should have voted? If you go back and study their politics and what they believe, all these politicians, you shouldn't have never been voting. Okay? And that's real disciples of God. That's real Christians. I ain't talking about that fake stuff. I'm talking about the real thing. You shouldn't have you should have stopped voting a long time. I don't think you should have ever voted at all. Because even if you go back to the racist time, all you was doing is empowering racists. Who does that? There was nobody for you there. They all had some kind of taint or twain to them. Okay? That's how it was. There has never been a Christian politician. That's the bottom line. When? When have you had a Christian politician? So in actuality, you should have never been voting. And see, this separates the real righteous from the churchgoers. Okay? We live and we learn. We understand now. But from now on, none of y'all can't. If you say you're a real Christian, you can't be voting. You can't be. You cannot. I'm telling you, as a man of God, they got 50 states of gay marriage. No way can you vote. Because you're empowering somebody, whoever it is, to empower gay agendas. Okay? That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, man. And so from here on out, man, there is no more voting. We're just trying to get past the whole process. The next year is where you're going to see all type of games. The whole circus is coming out next year because that's going to be election year. Next year is election year. So you're going to see all the games. You're going to see all the flares and all the juggling of balls and all of this. You're going to see all the foolishness. Unicycles, people riding around on unicycles. You're going to see the whole circus come out. And it's just going to be full of deception. So this year, I'm in intense fasting, and I'm just going hard and in spiritual warfare. So that's what's going on, man. It's next year is going to be hard too. You know what I'm saying? But this year right here is going to be definitely one of the hardest spiritual warfare years. Because we're trying to go ahead and take care of these gang stalkers now. You know what I'm saying? For real Christians, you need to start fasting against the gang stalkers. That's what you need to start doing. You need to spend time in God's presence and start fasting against the gang stalkers. It's time, like ain't nobody playing with those suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Some goofy old suckers, man. Listen, I don't care where they come from. Listen, I don't care who they are, man. You know what I mean? I've proven myself. I've proven myself spiritually through Christ Jesus. I'm giving him all the glory. I really am. He's made it possible. Okay? And I don't care if they're sorry. I don't care if they're apologetic. It's too late to apologize. You ever heard that Phil Collins song? It's too late to apologize. It gets to a point where it's too late. You know, you should have been thinking about that 5 years ago. It's too late for all of that. You should have been thinking about that a long time ago. Now you losing and now you want to apologize. That's just like a child. How much more of a child can you be? See, a real man or a real woman will realize they're losing and go ahead and die. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a child and prolong the inevitable of you losing and dying like a child. You know what I mean? You should have more dignity for yourself. You're trying to join somebody who you fought against. Look at it for what it is. You're trying to now join somebody who smells like your enemy, who is your enemy. Now you're trying to join your enemy. You know what I mean? Man, won't you have more self-dignity, man? Die like a man. You know what I'm saying? Die like a woman. That's what I'm saying. Sitting around here trying to make friends and stuff. Like, nobody trying to, man, what, you think we in high school, middle school or something? Trying to make no friends, bro. Like, I'm only worried about me and mine. I ain't worried about no friends, man. Do you look like I'm out here thirsty for friends? Well, I guess these people were deceived. I'm not thirsty for no friends. I really ain't. In the perfect world, I would just go out in the world and there'd be nobody there. I mean, it may sound bad, but that's how I feel. If I could just go out there and there's nobody there, I feel great. You know what I'm saying? Do what I gotta do, run my little errands and all of this, that, and the third, and and no one's there. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. And I'm still in good spirit. I'm still happy. I'm not depressed. I don't need to see a pretty face to survive. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a program of people thinking they need to keep me together. I am well together on my own. I am a prophetic brand. I am a military brand. You think that you're assisting me. How can you assist me? I can assist you. You assisting me. You're flattering yourself. That's what it is, man. You're flattering yourself. You're assisting me. How are you assisting me? How are you assisting me? It's all in your fantasy football mind, man. This is not fantasy football. You're not assisting me. You're in the way making more of a mess of things. That's all it is, bro. You're making more of a mess of things. That's all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you think you're doing something for me. You ain't doing nothing for me. As far as protection, I didn't have your protection in California. No one was really protecting me there. In the way more dangerous place of living than here. It's way more dangerous. Right? So why I need you now? It's been dangerous. It's been crazy. Yeah, it's you've been an opportunist and it ain't working. Man, come on, man. Do I look stupid to you? You're an opportunist trying to incorporate yourself into my situation so you can capitalize. So you can get something out of it. It's something you want out of it. Either money or fame and glory and all of that. And you ain't gonna get none of that. You can get the money, but you're cursed. Anybody take money from my situation is cursed. That's how it is. You'll see them prosper. They will not prosper. They will not be successful. Watch. None of them will be successful. I'm not playing no games. You should have came to me like a grown man. So you took the same approach as the enemy, and you didn't learn from what they went through. You thought you would come in and kind of talk to me and through telepathy and play games like that. You thought you would play mind games and all of that. And now you see that that doesn't work, and you're still getting what you're getting because you forget that you don't realize that you're using what my enemies did. You don't see what they did. They used a format of talking to my mind, using telepathy, and look what happened to them. They messed up your whole country. And you're still amazed, aren't you? You're still amazed that this happened to you, aren't you? Yeah, God is real. God is real, buddy. God is real. Now you know. And now you know a little too late. And people say it's never too late. Yes, it is. When you ain't got time to make it right, it's too late. When you ain't got enough time, it's too late. You don't got a lot of time, buddy. So how much time you think you got to do what? You got COVID-19, you got a crazy community, but you think you're gonna live another 30 years, right? How? Now you see what you've done. That's why I just was looking at people, man, like they're crazy. I'm looking at them like they're crazy. Like, boy, this is silly people, man. It's just it's only cute to kids, but to grown people, man, they want you dead because they feel like, you're a rabid type of person, and you've clearly lost. This man has totally destroyed you. Him as a brand, him as a brand through Christ Jesus, you have been destroyed, bro. You have been destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? And now all you're trying to do is save face. That's what we call that in the streets. You're trying to save face. That's all it is. That's all they're trying to do is save face, man. You don't think I can read between the lines and know that? You don't think other people can see that? Look at the country. First of all, look at the country. You got COVID-19, you got crazy people everywhere. Everything is crazy. Your president just had something cancerous on his skin. Oh, that's a coincidence too? Okay. Every time you gang stalk me now, somebody's dying 3 days later. You gang stalk me on Valentine's Day. 3 days later, you had a death in this neighborhood, in this very neighborhood, within the vicinity of this neighborhood, right? Within the vicinity of this community. And it ain't my fault. You listen, at the end of the day, I'm minding my business. That's how we see it. Okay, you can go crazy on your own time. You listen, you ain't gonna insult my intelligence. I'm minding my own business. Okay, so you gang stalk me on Valentine's Day. 3 days later, you got a death in your community. You gang stalk me February 28th. 3 days later, which was March 1st. 3 days later, which was March 3rd, you had another death. Okay? That's what happens. Okay? You're going to lose, and it's going to hit the paper like I told you. We're not witches and warlocks. It's no Antichrist here. Anybody know the Antichrist is going to be a white man? How is it going to be a man of color when the man of color can barely get respect from the whole country? That's foolishness. That's foolishness. You're playing a jackass game. Let's try to make a profit, the Antichrist. It's not going to work, you idiot. I'm too close to God. I already know the games you play. What's going to happen is you're going to see that the Antichrist is defeated. The New World Order and the one world government is defeated. That's what you're going to find out. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, you're cowards. Yeah, you're cowards to me. I'm strategic. The more I stay away from you, you can know everything I'm doing because you can't stop it. The more I stay away from you, the more power generates, and you're going to have more destruction. That's what's going to happen. So you may think I'm being fearful or scared. It's not that. I'm being strategic, staying away from you as long as I possibly can without even going anywhere. This is real spiritual warfare. And the more I stay away from you, the more spiritual power I generate. Oh yeah, I know you thought I was scared. What I'm scared of? Huh? What am I supposed to be scared of? Inform me of what I'm scared of. Huh? I ain't scared of nothing. I've already almost died in my life. I've almost died on my deathbed before, in the hospital. Okay? I've been through that. Once you've been through what I've been through, on the level I've been through, I don't fear death. I faced death on my deathbed when no one could help me. I was either going to live or die. So me and you in two different lanes, man. You're a healthy American. Okay? You're a healthy American that has never been close to death. Okay? Stay in your lane. Stay in your healthy lane. Okay? You're a little healthy, little robust, little turkey. Okay? We're taking care of business, man. You know what I'm saying? We're making sure it's done. You know, I'm a military brand, spiritual military brand. I'm a major prophet. And I'm a spiritual military brand. You know, you're going to respect me as such. You know, for people that's on the streets, understand that I'm not a gang. I'm not a gang member. You know, I'm a spiritual military brand. Okay? I've been built up. God has made every Christian is basically, every spiritual leader for sure is a military base, right? And when you draw closer to God, He rewards you with his protection and high-ranking attacks. When you seek his face, he rewards you with high-ranking attacks against enemies. It's a high-ranking attack that you're going through. Okay, and you can continue to play as many games like you're showing out, man, and you're gonna die. I'm telling you what it is, man. You know, if you're acting like a little dumb kid, like you're gonna be bad, this ain't the place to do it, bro. This is not the place. This ain't no pay-per-view wrestling boxing fight. You done lost your mind, bro. You come around here messing with a prophet of God, I'm gonna hand you your body bag. You understand me? I'm gonna hand you your grave. I'm not playing with you. That's for all of you. That's for anybody paying attention to it. You too. You're part of the problem. If I was in the arena and the people that was here, you would all be locked up. You think they're gonna say, well, we only want to get the people that's doing this and doing that? Everybody's going to jail. Okay? Everybody that's involved is going to die. You should have minded your business. I don't know you. Do I know you? Then you should have minded your business. You cursed too. What's wrong with you? You playing around somebody. I don't care what you heard. What evidence do you have? That's what we talk about, because people do crazy things for crazy reasons, just like they doing crazy things for crazy reasons. Okay, so at the end of the day, you're a psychotic bunch of people that's mentally sick that get off on playing games, and now you see it's coming back. Now you got Russia at war with Ukraine, in which I'm on Russia's side, and they're against you now. So now you have hostility vibrations from Russia now. Yeah, wake up. Wake up. You telling me to wake up? No, I think it's you that needs to wake up. Russia is now your enemy again. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna change. That's not gonna change, bro. That's not gonna change. That's what you get for playing games, man. I don't feel sorry for you at all. You don't play with military brands and play with people and even Russia, playing with Russia and think it's a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't see that you're vicariously fighting the Russians through using the Ukraine. Anybody can see that. You don't think we can see that? Man, America's become more dumber and dumber with time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see that you fighting the Russians through the Ukraine. We ain't never seen America love Ukraine so much. All of a sudden, you got the colors everywhere and all of this. Man, listen, man, you need to sit down somewhere, man. Stop being a sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a lame. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can see that a mile away. And here you are, not man enough to fight them on your own. Won't you fight them on your own? Won't you stop fighting them through Ukraine and step out the darkness and fight Russia on your own, man? That's what I'm saying. Won't you be a grown man or a grown woman once in your life and step out the darkness and fight Russia on your own, man? Look what I'm doing. I'm fighting you on my own, ain't I? See the difference between me and you? Do you see the difference? And now that I've gotten this far, now everybody want to join the bandwagon. It ain't gonna work like that. See, y'all all thought I was gonna die, and I didn't. Yeah, you did. You thought I was gonna live the whole time? Come on, you lying. You thought I was gonna die too, and I didn't. Now all of a sudden you want to join the brand. It don't work like that. Yeah, it don't work like that, sucker. Like the young people say, keep the same energy, man. Keep that same energy that you had when you thought I was going to die and I was going to lose and all of that. I want you to stay right there and watch me conquer and win this war. That's what I want you to do. Don't come over here trying to be around me. I don't need you. What can you do for me that God ain't doing for me? God, don't flatter yourself. God is the one protecting me. If any of these people jump, God would tear them out the frame. Understand that. You took it upon yourself to think that you're doing something for me, and you're not. You took it upon yourself to pat yourself on the back, to think you're doing something for me, and it's not good enough. Okay? What God is doing for me is good. Giving me casualties of my enemies. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need casualties. You think I'm playing and I'm not. Are them casualties out there real? I have never been playing no games. You full of games. You full of foolishness and goofiness. Okay? I've never been playing games. And I never changed my tune. I stayed the same. I kept the same energy. No matter what I was doing, no matter how I was doing it. I have never cowered down and changed my energy at all. Let's get some respect. Let me get some respect for that. I ain't never changed my energy. I ain't never switch up. I stayed the same way the whole time. And since I've been here in this apartment, I've been the same way the whole time, on my own, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I've been the same way, consistently the same energy. And winning my wars. While y'all switching up constantly. Lames, man. I ain't changed none of my energy. I'm the same person. That's what I'm saying. I'm the same person and they losing. Yeah, the more you turn up on me, the more God gonna turn up on you. That's simple. That's a simple. Yeah, you don't gotta believe God ain't with me. I get the advantage that way. You can, hey, listen, just because you don't believe it don't make it's not real. It's still real. It's still real, bruh. God is on my side, man. He riding with me. Keep that in mind while you playing games. That's what you got to deal with. God's kingdom. Okay? All that fantasy stuff you got in your head, ain't nobody the Antichrist but your community. Your community is the Antichrist. Yeah, you're silly little goofy people, little elves. We're gonna cook you, man. We're gonna cook you. Playing no games with you, man. I am not playing with you. You don't know no black people that play like that. Yeah, there is no black people that play like that, bro. Okay, you play and we don't. I don't play. Listen, I don't play no games. I'm not in the McDonald's program. If you didn't decide to tell me what you was doing, that's your fault, not mine. You took it on yourself to play a game that didn't win, and now you want to say, well, we was doing this. Well, you didn't communicate it, did you? Did you communicate it? Then you lose. You thought you didn't have to communicate with me, and you had to. Now you realize my full strength, that you needed to talk to me like a man from the beginning. Yeah, now you realize that, and it's a little too late for it. Like you gonna play with me like I'm somebody to play with. Now how you feel about that? You feel confident that you can play with me? You shouldn't. You shouldn't feel confident at all playing with me. You shouldn't feel confident. You shouldn't feel confident at all playing with me, buddy. That's all fantasy too. Oh, you think you can play with me? How do you feel you can play with me? What makes you confident? What is your reality to make you feel that you're confident that you can play with me? In reality. Not in your head, not in the big head of some Americans out here. What makes you in reality feel you can play with me? Nothing. That's what I'm saying. And what makes me feel I'm the winner? You got COVID-19. You got destruction every time you play with me. You got abnormal weather everywhere. You got snow in California, but no snow in New York. I can go on and on. You got flash flood that never came to New York. That happened. I could go on and on and on, man. I could go on and on and on. What makes me confident that I'm the winner? And I got 43 states of child marriage on you. How you winning on top of that, bro? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. If anything else fails, 43 states of child marriage doesn't. You got child marriage up in this country. You think you can play with me, man? Come on, man. You can't be serious, man. You should have stopped driving around when you realized that was the situation. That's when you should have stopped right there. But how can they drive around and they got child marriage here in this country? You know what I mean? Man, that's so disgusting, man. You should kill yourself, man. For real. The Bible said, Jesus said, anyone that offends his people should cast themselves in the bottom of the sea. Jesus said that himself. You should kill yourself, man. Messed up this country, it ain't never coming back like it was. That's over. I promise that's all over, buddy. Yeah, goofy people, man. You should kill yourself, man. That's what you should do, man. They should kill themselves. That's what I think. Yeah, I really feel that way. You should kill yourself, man. If it ain't for me, listen, you should kill yourself for what you did to this country, man. You ain't doing it on the same level I'm doing it on. You messed up every possibility for this country to be healthy, wholesome, and good. It could never be like it was. That's why you should kill yourself. America's gone, man. That's gone. This is not. I don't know what you want to call this. This is not America no more. Okay. And based on that, that's where you should kill yourselves. See, the difference between me and you, they opposed me first. So anything that happens to them is good for me. You, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure you was trying to preserve America, right? That's what you was trying to do, right? Well, it looked like you failed. It looked like you destroyed the whole country. Which you should destroy yourself. Yeah, you police. Like nobody will know you involved. How are you not involved? How are you not involved? All you are big mouth women running around talking and yapping. That's all you are. You ain't military. You think you military. You ain't military. You big mouth women. That's all you are. Big mouth women. And you need to stop messing with them kids too. We know what the NYPD did to them kids, to that 15-year-old girl. Yeah, you ain't got no credibility over here. I know all about you. You can think I'm paranoid if you want to. You playing games, and I know you're playing games. It don't have to be everybody. As long as it's enough people playing games, that's all I need to know. Of course, it's not everybody, but it's enough people for you all to suffer. And that works for me. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing. I know people don't like it, but that's too bad. They the ones trying to save America, and I'm not. I'm not trying to save no country with gay marriage in all 50 states. Yeah, I ain't trying to save that. You are. Now, I don't see how you call yourself a Christian trying to save a country with gay marriage and all the whole thing. The whole thing is. It ain't always been like that. That started in 2015. Okay? You don't even know your American history. You don't know when gay marriage started. You don't know when child marriage started. You didn't even know that was here. Ridiculous. Bunch of pathetic people. Didn't know gay marriage was here and didn't know child marriage was here. Half of these people didn't know gay marriage was in all 50 states and they didn't know child marriage was here in almost all 50 states. Only leaving 7 states out. Might as well say. Yeah, it's all over, man. Stop playing. You're going through the motions. That's what people call it. You're going through the motions, trying to save face, and you're not going to do it. You got child marriage, you got gay marriage. You smashed on, man. You got COVID-19 on top of that. Come on, man. That's 3 different situations, man. Come on, you lose, man. They say death come in 3s. You got gay marriage, you got child marriage, and you got COVID-19. Okay?